Welcome back to my channel. I'm sure by now you can tell that I really do start all of my mornings by sitting on this couch and writing my heart out in my journal. I started journaling in 2021, and it's very interesting that I even did that because I used to be a journaling is weird, journaling is childish type of person, and I really stood on that. When I finally did start journaling, I changed very quickly. I mean, I started journaling in February, and by April, I felt like I had a completely new life. I was shook, okay? So now, it's been about 3 years, and I can fully say that I have been transformed by writing my thoughts out on these pages. I am 4 weeks into The Artist's Way, and I can tell you that I love this book. I love this book. I love this book. I can't even believe that I'm saying that I'm 4 weeks in because it has taken me so long to even get to this point. I'm shook that I have made it 4 weeks. I'm shook that I'm even like reading it, because when I tell you, I've known about this book for at least a year. And I've probably been saying that I'm gonna start reading it for like 9 to 10 months. So the fact that I waited so long to get into this is crazy. And the fact that I'm 4 weeks into this is crazy. So I can just say very proudly, very boldly that I love this book. It has lived up to the hype. It is everything that I thought it would be and more. And I'm so excited to dive into it and tell you all everything that I've been discovering since starting The Artist's Way. So basically, what I have gathered from this book is the way that Julia Cameron guides you to rediscovering your creativity and healing your relationship with your creativity is by tapping into you. And this is like my core principle for every single thing that I do. It's the way that I got myself to where I am now, and it's the core way that I get my clients to changing their lives as well. You have to be in touch with yourself. You have to be in tune with yourself, plain and simple. And I can talk even for myself. I used to claim that I was so self-aware and I just knew myself so well and nobody could tell me anything about what to do and how to do. Girl, when in reality, I was a conglomeration of masks and I was not connected to myself at all. So I recognized immediately this kind of theme of self-abandonment and how the need for us reuniting with ourselves is huge. And it's definitely the core thing in terms of discovering your creative self. So I get it immediately. I'm sold. I'm like, oh yeah, she knows what she's talking about. This is a good book. So journaling is one of the core tools that she uses in this book, and that's number one reason why I was sold. She calls them morning pages because she expects you to get up first thing in the morning and write 3 pages, just journaling, stream of consciousness, whatever. And she calls that the morning pages. I just call it journaling because it's what I've been doing. I wake up. It's not necessarily the first thing that I do, but it's in my morning routine, and it happens almost every single day where I will sit down and just write. So I'm an overthinker, and I can think a thought, baby. So instead of thinking it, I just write it down. In The Artist's Way, she talks about the interesting things that happen to you as you start to journal and what kind of happens and why people don't stick with journaling, which is something that I completely understand. So she says, I have noticed that many tend to neglect or abandon the pages whenever an unpleasant piece of clarity is about to emerge. And you really can sense this is kind of one of the ways how we self-sabotage early on. You can sense when you're just not comfortable knowing something, right? And that is like something that goes on below the surface of your awareness most of the times, but it still happens. And so you pull away. So as you start journaling, and what's going to happen is you become much more aware of your thoughts. I don't think you're really ready for that, and there's really no way to make you ready for that. It's something that you have to experience. But as you become more aware of the things that are just running on autopilot in your mind, things can get a little like, oh, so that's what I've been telling myself? Okay. That can be jarring, okay? So she knows that at that point, people tap out. They ain't doing the journaling no more. She's basically like the journal shines a mirror directly in your face and you start seeing stuff, and you got to come to terms. You got to have to come to Jesus moment, if you will. So essentially, journaling just helps you get so intimate with yourself. You get to know yourself on a deep, deep level, okay? A very personal level. And like I said, at first, that can be a little jarring, but you process through it, you push through, you love yourself through it, you do get through it. And then journaling becomes a tool for change. It becomes how you figure out what makes you tick, what you like, what you don't like. You get to know yourself better, and then you get to pursue the things that you actually care about. Me writing in my journal, okay, Latoya, we're going to start this book. This is what you want. Here's what's stopping you from doing it. Here's how to do it, is the reason why I got to this book. So journaling, I don't know, it just feeds you, it feeds your soul, it feeds your process, it helps you along, it helps you navigate, it helps you see clearly what your obstacles are and how to overcome them. And it's something that I don't think you can really understand the power of that until you try it. And you have to get over that kind of initial, this sucks moment. But it's so worth it, because then you start doing the things that you want to do, and it's like, oh, this is what I live for. So each week you are essentially handheld through a mini recovery session, recovering a sense of safety, recovering a sense of identity, recovering a sense of power, and recovering a sense of integrity. And one thing I like about the chapters is that she kind of gives you a preview of what you can expect to experience over the week. And I think it's funny to kind of go back at the end of the week and be like, did I feel that? Because I think I did. So in week 3, recovering a sense of power, she says, this week may find you dealing with unaccustomed bursts of energy and sharp peaks of anger, joy, and grief. You are coming into your power as the illusory hold of your previously accepted limits is shaken. You will be asked to consciously experiment with spiritual open-mindedness. And I just think that's so cool. What a great way to phrase what you're going to experience in the week. I think the language that she uses is what speaks to me the most. There are some things in here, when I'm reading it, I feel it so deeply. And I don't know if that just means I'm soft or what, but I'm reading and I'm like, oh, she's talking to me. I have so many times where I'll be sitting and reading this book and I'm just like, wow, she just said my entire life. She just read me. She just dragged me. Oh, this is so relatable. So yeah, I'm on week 4. I'm about to start week 5 after I record this video. But I really like it. I feel like it is definitely helping me come into a new definition of creativity, because for me, I was a type A, overachiever, perfectionist, and I like that type of person. And I just thought, I'm not creative. I'm just not a creative person. I couldn't do art well, and I had that mean ass music teacher, and those two things combined, I was like, I'm not creative. Now that I'm reading this book and I'm learning and I'm figuring it out, I realize that creativity is not just being able to draw. Hello? Come up with the definition that makes sense. And I'm just realizing about myself, I'm a very creative person. I love interior decorating. I love party planning and like making beautiful scenes and the aesthetics of the things. I am the person who's gonna take a picture of the landscape at the beach or capture the sky because I just think it's so beautiful. And I wanna make videos aesthetically, like cinematically, and I like painting and I like pottery. Like, what do you mean you're not creative? But this book is helping me come up with a definition that I do fulfill, where it's like, oh, no, I am actually creative. And me being creative means I get to blank, okay? And those are all of the things that I'm really excited about. And I'm like, the girl did her thing, okay? So this is a very passionate video, but I really do like it so far. I really cannot wait to see what happens. I'm very excited to see what happens. Week 5, the one I'm about to read today, is about recovering a sense of possibility. I'm already like, yes, okay? But then week 6, and I'm very excited about week 6 because I'm gonna be on a trip and I will be vlogging that trip. So keep an eye out for my next video. But week 6 is recovering a sense of abundance. And it's Taurus season right now, and I have a Taurus moon. And I just feel like abundance. Let's get into it, okay? So yeah, I will definitely keep you all posted and keep going on the journey because I want to see where this takes me. I'm very excited about it, and I'm happy to be bringing y'all along. So